And now, for your listening pleasure, reaching for the bars.
Go, Pack, go. Go, Pack, go. Go, Pack, go. Go, Pack, go. In today's episode, special guest, Mr. Mabry Cook.
Woo! Go, Pack, go.
Let's go.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to a special edition of Reaching for the Bars X Mish Mash Men. X means times.
No, it means and.
And. It means and Mish Mash Men.
It's like, I don't think that's
So
right.
far, so good.
So today,
on the RFTB part, so it's good.
yeah, this is our RFTB episode. We have the whole RFTB Studios crew here.
Boom, boom, boom.
Because of the weather, we had some recording issues, so we're doing a special treat today. If you're listening to this, we're going to do an RFTB episode, a Reaching for the Bars episode. We're going to cut about halfway through, and if you want to hear the rest of it, you're going to have to listen on Tuesday to Mish Mash Men.
That's right.
Nice.
So, to my left, Mr. Caleb. I'm not afraid to drive on the icy roads. Whitney!
Hello, everyone.
Nice.
to be here today.
To my extremely far right, Mr. Andrew. I can't get my new computer to work. Weiss!
That's right.
Ooh.
Still a little salty about it.
I feel like you just called me like a right-wing activist.
What's wrong with that?
To the extreme far right. That
To,
is left again.
to more center, possibly center right. Mr. Mabry, I'm afraid to drive on the roads. Totally scared.
And walk everywhere.
And walk everywhere.
He walked here today.
I walked here. It took me a while.
And then my co-host on Mish Mash Men, Mr. Adam. Nobody's going to tell me when and when I cannot drive.
That's right.
But I'll stay home because it's my decision.
yeah.
No, I don't stay home.
Mauser.
Yeah.
Nice.
there
There
we
you
go.
I almost didn't say your last name. I just like, Adam, say a funny thing, and then trail off, and then move on. All right.
And who are you?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Dustin
Ice slider.
Labar.
Ice slider.
Bodybuilder at large.
Yeah, I am doing some
Dustin.
bodybuilding.
Drove 100 miles to get his appointment canceled.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, for those of you who don't
boy.
know, I drove to Nashville on yesterday or Friday.
We talked about your tattoo.
Yeah,
on
we
the
did
last
talk
pod.
about it. I drove all the way there. I was 10 minutes from the studio, and my artist canceled on me because his driveway was icy
That happens.
That's a weak reason.
10 minutes before I got there. So it was, then I just
His
turned
driveway
around.
wasn't icy.
That's a
Yeah,
good point.
I mean,
Mine was
you got-
frozen solid.
Yeah. I was like, I'm gonna go out here and like bust some of this up. I worked on that for about 15 minutes. I was like, nah, go back
Just
inside.
drive
This-
over.
So,
this is not
I mean,
working.
we won't get into it, but
but just in case he wants to give me a discount moving forward, Evan Q on Instagram.
no, not
Yeah.
if he wants to. Better give you a big discount.
I meant on future tattoos. I'm
Oh.
definitely getting a discount on this one.
Yeah,
but maybe
or
on
me
future
too,
ones.
maybe.
You're not for sure. I told him that.
Why not?
He said, "Give me a list of your friends that might want a tattoo." I left you out specifically.
Was I on that list?
Ah, cool.
Yeah, of
He
course.
said friends. So.
I said I have 3 friends that have that need a cover up, and I was like, "Sorry, just
I'm
screw
not
that."
covering that
too.
up.
Just like you didn't cover
What's on
my
your
name
butt
up.
cheek?
I did cover your name up.
What does
Oh, you
Gabby
did?
say when
Once
she
I
sees
became
it?
the best.
What kind of tattoo are you gonna get to cover up on a butt cheek?
I'm not covering that up.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why would you?
You should just walk in and be like, "Can you just cover it in the flesh tone of my butt?" They're like, "You want me to paint?"
You want me to match? Like, what if you get like a tan on your butt? Oh, I'm not.
Can you make a spider web that goes out of my butt crack?
Oh my god, that would be a cool add-on.
Cool in what regard? Extremely painful.
So today, let's talk about first. Let's just jump into the bugaboo that everybody wants to know about is
Nice.
the winter freeze 2024.
Great freeze.
Destroyed
I don't know
this
if it was
area.
great. Elkmont, Ardmore area, we had a couple issues besides the freeze. Also, our water is in jeopardy.
Yeah.
There's
that's
poo
crazy.
particles in our water.
That's not good.
I wish I found out earlier than I did because I drank multiple glasses of water.
I almost forgot this morning and was about to put my
Just
brush
bleach
my
it.
teeth.
Yeah.
And I was like, and then I saw 2 massive glasses of water.
poop. Oh.
And I was like, oh, thanks, Rachel. Very smart.
So last night, me and Laura, Laura got home. I boiled a bunch of water so we could do some stuff. And then last night, Laura was putting Finley to bed, and I went into the bathroom to brush my teeth. Just normal, like, shh, and I put the toothbrush in my mouth, and then I'm not joking. I went, and spit it all out. Because, I mean, I don't want poo in my mouth.
And then use the spigot water to clean it out.
He was like, that was a close one.
I better drink some water to get that taste out of my mouth. So me and Caleb, our water's in jeopardy.
That's crazy.
Our area is the worst, for sure. Where me and Caleb live is definitely, like, they didn't do anything to the roads.
Yeah, I mean,
nothing.
They didn't do most roads. They didn't do much.
Well,
got
65,
more snow.
72, and 53 were okay.
Yeah, but I think that was just because people were driving on it.
Yeah,
I mean, they were also treating 65 and 72.
Yes,
We received more snow than anybody else in this area, but
Bank.
But I wasn't gonna like say like ours is way worse, stuff like that, until Laura, who's a traveling physical therapist, so she travels all over the area, and she told me that it's like, she's like, the roads were honestly, the worst roads are getting out of our house and stuff like that.
Go ahead.
No, that's all I had. This is, so
Yes.
Laura verified
This is
it,
why
so-
Andrew didn't want you
Well,
to
Laura said, so yeah, Laura did drive. That's part of the reason I said that. Laura drove everywhere.
That's crazy.
And she was like, everywhere I've been is totally safe. And then you get within 8 miles of our house, and it's all lightsabers.
It's all like
So for those of you wondering, we figured out a way to hook up my iPad to the soundboard. So now I have a soundboard.
Sorry, guys.
yeah, there's no we. There's no we. Dusty and Andrew.
I've been holding
Andrew
it back.
allowed this.
I've been holding it back for years, and I just gave.
So anyway,
But I
but
think that's typical, like with stuff like this, is the worst part is at your house. Like it's like, because they're not going to take care unless you live on a main road. They're not taking care of your.
You know those
Yeah.
you know those radio talk shows that has the guy with like the big soundboard, and he's like, yeah, exactly. This is now Dusty. This is what this podcast is like.
to be
I'd
fair,
say
I think what
from,
Andrew said is right. What you guys said is right. Is that
I
roads
say?
that were more traveled obviously got better quicker.
Right.
So my road, like my road, doesn't get traveled a lot, and so they were like legitimate ice, like legitimate
Oh yeah,
ice.
for sure.
But
I don't think that, Huntsville, Madison, Athens, let's just call it the greater Huntsville area, they don't have the resources and infrastructure to take care of everyone, but they definitely have the resources to do more than what they're doing. To me, it's ridiculous. They're barely doing the bare minimum, and they have equipment that they could do more with. And so
they were like, "Nah, we shouldn't."
and they don't do it right
play
either.
very
They were
well,
like, the roads are okay. We got probably some, snowy mixture coming in tonight. Like, let's go treat the road. They're like, nah.
Well, like
Is it a question of the workers that would drive to work to be able to do that?
No, I honestly, I think.
well, you could prepare for it. They don't have to
I
come.
certainly could
Yeah, that's
prepare for
what's
it.
happening.
I'm not making excuses. I'm just offering up an
I don't
alternative.
think so. That's a good point, but I don't think so. I think it's more like it's decision making, and people are like being they're.
It's
I don't know,
it's the
it's
same
like-
thing why they're so terrified when like a bad storm comes through that they shut the schools down now is
Right.
because they made bad decisions in the past.
That's right.
If there was a 58 car pileup on 72 and a bunch of people got hurt, I promise you the next snowstorm they're probably gonna
Overdo it.
There's
Well,
like
I know
there's
that we get a lot of the some equipment from like other states, right?
I mean, I don't know about states, but areas.
I saw some
Yeah.
I saw some trucks from Tennessee. You're right. That were
And so,
municipalities
they
in
needed
Tennessee.
them, so I don't know them, but that's also planning too. Like we knew this was coming a week before.
They were like, "Watch out, the roads are going to be bad," and our municipalities were like, "We'll see about that."
I'd like to test
No,
that.
we don't trust these
It's
meteorologists.
like the boy that cried wolf.
Yeah.
The funniest thing to me the whole entire time, this whole week, was so I live off of a like a single lane road. Like it's very, very small. It's a very back road. And my one neighbor, I drove past it, and my one neighbor his driveway is completely clear. Not a single driveway. Like he had a plow, he had salt, he had everything out there.
Wow.
I'm like, why do you? I was jealous of him at first, but then I was sitting up there. I was like, how much money do you have invested into this? It's literally once a year,
One
if
week,
that.
yeah. 1 week.
He's like, last year I
every
bought
couple
over
of years.
$400,000 worth of rock salt. It's never happened to me again.
And really, how much does it benefit him? His driveway is clear. That's it.
That's it. That's the only thing that happens is your driveway is clear.
I would like to there's in my opinion, a big misconception about like driving like this stuff. Like y'all are from the north, like y'all know how to drive on ice. That's great.
No, nobody
There's
knows
not-
how to drive on
I was about to
ice.
say, there's not a driving method on
We-
ice.
It's just a risk tolerance.
Yeah, we have we're less afraid to drive on the dangerous thing.
But my point to that is what's it matter? You're in Alabama. No one else does.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
you're basically that's like when I drive on a normal situation, I'm not worried about my driving. I'm worried about everyone else on the road and the ice. That's why I won't drive unless I have to. I'm not driving because I'm like, dude, people are stupid. Like we walked to Kroger, which I told y'all about, and there were people, and the road's not that bad, granted, but people are going 60 miles an hour down county line, and I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Like I can see ice patches on the road.
I don't.
What are y'all doing?
I don't disagree with you because I was on Wednesday. I went out in my 2-wheel drive truck and I'm taking it super slow. And behind me on 72, some lady. You can just picture the lady. You know who I'm talking
Was
about.
she putting makeup on at the same time?
I don't know if she's putting makeup on, but you know who I'm talking about. And she was, at least 65 miles an hour on 72, was coming up on me in the right lane. And then I was like, well, she's going to try to pass me. And then got as close as she could, weaved into the left lane. And it was just like, you know how when the roads are getting better, there's just tracks, but then the middle is ice.
Yeah.
And so she was like, I better wait as long as I can before I get over. And then just swerved into the lane, got in the left lane, and then swerved back directly in front of me. And I was like, this is why people are like, the roads are terrible. Everybody's crashing. It's like, no. The roads are
Terrible
okay.
drivers.
Yeah, the roads are okay.
The road conditions just reveal horrible driving.
That's 100% the problem.
There's a period of time on 53 when you get to the 4-lane section. There's one lane on each, so going south, going north, one lane on each had like the rails where you're able to drive with your
Like it's just dry roads.
Yeah, it's dry roads, but then the other lane is still solid ice. So this is at this period of time during this week, I'm driving, I'm following people, I'm going at their speed, not trying to rush them or anything like that, backing off way. This old red Dodge Ram pickup truck, I see him flying up behind me. He gets over. I see his tail end swerve out and come back in. I'm like, oh boy, okay. And then he flies past us. As he's flying past us, his tail end's like quivering back and forth. Basically.
Pretty awesome.
And then he keeps going.
It's just, people don't know how to drive regularly.
All you have to do,
it's a
all you
problem.
have to do is take your time.
Yeah.
That's
You can
all
drive
you
on
have to do.
anything.
Dude,
I survived like 5 years up in upstate New York, lake effect snow like every day for 6 months. And 2-wheel drive S10 pickup.
Yep. Oh,
No issues whatsoever.
all you have to do
Is just take your time.
take your time.
Dude, well,
Be patient.
This is
like talking, like going back to the decisions that are made here in Huntsville. If we have the resources, we should do a better job. Like Richmond, I lived there for a while, and I mean, like 6 inches of snow and nothing.
Did you live?
I mean, you're gone. Like the roads are fine.
Did you live north of Richmond?
Were you a rich man?
No.
Sorry.
Rich man north of
Nice.
This is the one time in the whole entire year where your bosses, people that you're showing up for, appointments, that type of stuff, they're gonna.
Right, man, we're gonna have to take that away.
Sorry.
from you.
Sorry. Go ahead. I'll leave it.
where they're gonna be completely understanding of you if you're gonna show up late. Like even 15, 20 minutes late, like people are gonna be understanding.
An hour,
Like-
2 hours, a day, 2 days, 5 days.
Well, like for example, so obviously I coached a lot of classes this week because people weren't comfortable driving on the road, so I took a lot of classes, and people showed up late all the time, and I was like, not a big deal. Like if you show up late, that's not a big deal because, like, you got here safely.
Right.
That was the biggest objective for you. And then whenever you leave, make sure you take your time getting home and stuff like that.
Yeah, it cracks me up too. I don't know, I don't know anyone specific, but there were people that were like, I have a job that I sit at a desk and work behind a computer all day, and I have to get into the office. Yeah. It's like, are you like, what's wrong with you, man? Like, no, you don't. Like, and their boss was probably like,
There's a word
you
for
better
that.
get in. You better get into the office, and it's like, why? Why?
There's a word for that.
what?
Boomer.
So we shut the gym down on Tuesday, and I texted these three, and I was like, I'm not made to be at home all day. Like I can't do it.
Yeah.
And literally the next day, I'm like, all right, we're opening the gym back up. It's like, let's get this thing rolling.
Gym is open. I don't care how dangerous it is. You come here.
And be on time.
I think
You don't
people
have to come, but
appreciate-
I'm going.
Caleb's like, burpees if you're late.
You must speed. If
I think
necessary.
people really appreciated that. I was like, I'm not coming in. But I mean, I think a lot of people appreciated
I
that.
did. I liked coming in.
Yeah.
It
Like,
was-
y'all are crazy, but I'm
You
like,
need to
yeah,
make.
I'm like,
So here's
I
what
just
I
can't
think
be
has to
home.
happen when you own a business like that, like a gym. you have to, if it's really, really bad, I think taking a day is fair to let people know. But then you're like, hey, you can come in if you want. Right. It's at your own risk.
Yeah.
Don't be stupid. Because people are going to want to come in no matter what.
You have to say at your own risk, because like if you're like, say if you had a coach that was supposed to come in, or like if you're like, I had people text me like, should we go in? Like
it's
no.
like, yes, go in.
I'm like, because if they go in and they get in a wreck or something, it's like, well, they told me to come. Like, and everyone wants to avoid that. And we're in that world now where that's why the schools get shut down. Like all week, should the schools been shut down? Maybe not yesterday, but it's like, of course they're going to shut them down. It's if there's a risk that someone's going to
They shut down for rain. Right?
Yeah, I mean,
they're like, Bert, that rain is cold.
They shut down last Friday. Last Friday.
100%. Right. Like my kids haven't been to school since last Thursday.
Oh, wow.
And so me and Gabby have been working from home with our 2 kids. It's been rough.
Neighbor's like, my hand is sore from spanking. I can't spank anymore.
When we lived in South Carolina, I worked for a school, so I got all the kind of like in and outs of like when they shut down and why they shut down, that type of stuff. In South Carolina, you're not getting any snow, like maybe once in 3 years or something like that. I don't even know if we got any snow.
I don't even know if we got any snow when I was there.
We got snow once, I remember, and they shut down for a week. But the big thing was in South Carolina, because we got high winds being on the beach. So they would shut down because of like how high the wind would get. So like if it was above like 25 or 35 miles per hour, then they were like, shut everything down, and they didn't go anywhere.
Let me tell this. Oh, go ahead.
Wait, I got one thing. I've heard this. I don't know this to be true, so we might need a fact check. But I've heard that if your school has a bus system, which most do, I don't know of any that don't, but there are some that don't have a bus system, those schools will stay open.
The rich schools, the rich schools. It's the rich schools.
Well, it's because you don't have a bus system, the schools will just stay open.
People shut down because of the buses.
Bus system. I didn't know that. I heard that
a
recently.
Truckload of kids, and you're like, send them.
Dude, in Pennsylvania, we did hardly ever shut down.
I was just thinking about it recently, like the snow, like the covered roads, people were like, they're terrible. But we would just go to school on those roads. We'd be like, it would have to be like when they said like an accumulation.
Yeah.
In Pennsylvania, because we're prepared for it.
I was just about to say.
They'd have to be
prepared,
like,
though, right?
The road would have to be like an inch an hour for them to be like, it's getting dangerous out there.
Well, that's my thing. And I'm not hating on anybody from the city of Huntsville or Mass or anything.
No,
like
you're
that,
totally doing that.
I am.
Yeah.
But my thing is like, the route the buses take.
Clear them out?
Clear them out. You got the infrastructure to do it.
Give them a
I don't
plow.
know if they do, though.
Yeah, I don't think
Not for the entire city.
Maybe not for the entire. They have more. Like, I know for a fact they have more than what they're doing. So it's like I would like to see it at least expand to the fact where it's like, all right, this is all we can do. And so they're not there for sure.
So and whenever I was growing up, we lived in one of the largest landmass school districts in the state of Pennsylvania. So like I had to drive like over 30 minutes to get to school on a regular basis. Like it would. So, and it was all 2-lane, that type of stuff. The superintendent's son was in our school, and we were like, why don't we shut down with any of these things? He's like, oh, my dad gets up at like 2 a.m. He goes out, tests the roads at 2 a.m. during the winter. And he's like, you know what? They're fine. Those kids are fine. And sure enough, my parents are like, you know what? That 2-wheel drive pickup truck, throw some chains on it, sandbags in the back. You'll get to school all right.
Yeah, that sounds like kind of a dedicated
a little.
I was gonna say
a little snowy road never hurt anybody. It's like, yes, it has.
I mean,
it's like,
hey, kudos to your superintendent though. I mean,
you never go to school.
You
never go to school.
Before we move on to our bracket, I want to tell this story.
Go ahead. I was just one crazy thing that I saw. Well, I didn't see it, but it was right
Boobs?
by my place.
BT?
That's it. No, so there's like the intersection right where my apartment complex is. There's like a hill on one side, right by the.
Yeah, hills are a problem.
Yeah, it's right by the
up and down.
Yeah, up and down. So I saw this video. I wish I had seen it in person, but this person.
You didn't see the video in person?
I saw the video. I didn't see the event in person.
Did somebody tell you about the video?
They're sliding.
I'm describing
a story that someone told me.
This is how we communicated for centuries.
We keep interrupting Andrew. Go ahead, Andrew.
So this car comes to the top of the hill, and they're like, "Oh, it's icy. I shouldn't go down this hill." And so there's like a grass. There's the gas station right next to it, but there's not an entrance. It's just like grass, but it's also a grass hill to the parking lot. They decided to hop the curb and try to get into the gas station parking lot. But the grass is also, guess what?
Frozen?
Yep. So, first of all, the car door's open, and for some reason, she's
Why is
like,
the car door open?
While they were driving?
They're trying to get out of the car now.
Oh my god!
And the car starts sliding down.
Let me get out of the metal safe thing.
It hits another car and hits
It's
a
amazing.
gas station. And they're like screaming. It's,
Natural selection?
And that's why you don't drive in Alabama.
Yeah. That's why Mabry was walking.
And that's why you walk to Kroger, man.
I don't blame him, man.
I mean, my God.
I'm like, what?
I don't know what you got, but I got another winter thing I was going to bring up that was funny too.
Go ahead.
Okay, so in Florida, they're not facing snow; they're facing falling iguanas right now. Have y'all heard about this?
Yeah.
What?
You
So
can't just say things.
Did you read this on the Onion?
No,
From
this is true.
Jesus.
A meteorologist, they like report this, and this is like a real thing. Like if anyone lives in like South Florida, you can fact check
Like
me.
West
but-
Palm Beach area?
I don't know, South. Somewhere, yeah, sure. But what happens is
Tua
iguanas.
better watch out.
Iguanas are cold-natured creatures, and so when it gets too cold, they're up in the trees, and their body they just shut down.
Terrible.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
That's
needy.
funny. Sorry.
And so their body locks up, it shuts down, and then they fall from trees, and like they're okay, and they'll just be laying on the ground, but they'll hit you, and those
Oh,
things can
geez.
get up to be like 5 feet long.
Oh, my God.
So I mean, imagine like a 4-foot iguana falling out of a tree, just landing on you, man.
It says,
So-
warning of falling iguanas as temperature plummets. They're
Told
not
you.
dead. They're
That's
just chilling.
hilarious.
They're not dead. They're just chilling.
Man,
That's a news article? Oh my god.
Kudos to
Let
that
me guess,
person who wrote the
CNN?
headline.
No, the Independent.
Oh, well, it must be true. Adam sent me a article the other day that was like debunking the aliens in Mexico, and it was from like a weird news source, and I was like, yeah, like I'm going to believe any of the news.
It
that
was the
comes-
Daily Mail.
The Daily Mail. I was like, I'll believe the dailymail.uk. I was going to tell this really quick before we talked about our
So you
football
would
bracket.
believe the aliens that look like paper mache dolls, but you won't believe the alien that says they're paper mache dolls.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Just want to make sure we're
just want to clarify.
So I told you guys, but Laura, so her office closed or didn't close. Her office sent out a message for work, and they were like, everybody in the office can work from home, but the office isn't closed. So, but the field staff still has to go out.
Right.
So the reason the office staff doesn't have to go in is because
The roads are bad.
the roads.
the roads are bad. But the field staff has to travel on the
On
roads.
the road.
That makes perfect
The
sense.
reason is
Such horseshit.
the reason is
Logic.
so that, and then they sent out an email saying if it's too dangerous, you don't have to go out. It's up to you. So you don't have to go see patients. You don't have to get paid.
But you do have to take PTO.
And we dug into it, and the reason is because if they close the office, Laura gets hazard pay. She gets hazard pay. She doesn't have to do anything. She just gets hazard pay for not being able to go to work. But if they keep the office open by letting the office staff work from home, they don't actually have to close the office. It's
That's
still
Bush League,
technically
man.
open.
That's Bush League.
And
Well,
so
it's
Laura
just
was
a
like,
bad
just
company
tell
to
me
work
if I can go to work or not go to work. Like, you make the call.
Yeah.
And so they wouldn't close, and Laura's trying to figure out, there's like a lot of moving pieces. So she's like, do I work today? Do I have to work Saturday? Do I have to pick up patients? So she just went out because she was like,
And then the other part of that is so she's forced to go out. And well, not for, but basically if she wants to get paid, she has to go to work.
Yeah.
The other part of it is in Limestone County, they labeled a lot of the roads and bridges impassable.
I was about to say, yeah.
So if you take the risk and go out and have an accident, your insurance, if it's an impassable road, your insurance will not cover your issues. So like
It's wild.
Yeah.
like Laura, if something were to happen, and now we're past it, so obviously she's safe and everything like that. But if something were to happen, the insurance company's not going to cover it.
No.
So she could literally turn around to the company and be like, "I'm going to sue you for so much
It
money."
was-
'cause-
And she
Wild.
should. I mean,
Yeah.
It was
that's,
wild.
That's terrible management, and like that's
Well, they're trying,
ridiculous.
it's a corporate thing. They're trying to save the
Right.
company. Well, if we don't shut down the office, but send the
But
office
but
staff.
It's-
out.
it's
someone has
horrible
to- someone-
leadership.
Yeah,
Yeah.
someone
Yeah.
has to be. Well, it's bad management because
Yeah.
what I would done is just go out there and go to an impassable road and just be like, "Rah,
And
new
just like,
car,
"Turn
motherfucker." Like you know, just like dude, like because people do that. Like that's what people like. Laura obviously wouldn't, but people will take advantage of it. Like you open yourself up to liability when you do stupid. That's a bad management. Like that's
but also-
someone has to have their head on at a corporation like that.
What
That's crazy.
exactly in her case would be hazardous pay then? Is she going to be like driving through war zones?
Well, I think
Like
the hazardous pay for here is for like tornadoes and stuff. I think
Yeah,
originally, so
makes
they don't
sense.
want to use it for. But it's not. I mean, it's nonsense.
It's way
It's nonsense.
less dangerous to drive in a tornado
Well, like-
than it is.
Well,
Like,
it
on a
depends
much-
if you're.
Yeah, it depends on the tornado hits on you.
On a much smaller, like a much smaller scale. For example, like whenever I texted the coaches and like before I sent out a message saying that we're going to open back up, I texted all the coaches and was like, "Hey, we're going to open back up. If you aren't comfortable coaching your classes,
You're fine.
Get over it.
Yeah, wait, that's
You're weak.
I said, let me know and we'll either get it covered or I'll cover it myself.
Let
Like,
me
it's
know, and I can find another coach to fill your spot.
That's weird. My text here says,
Fire you.
show up to coach or you're dead.
But
He's like, I said
show
that
up,
privately.
right. Show up to coach or die trying.
Oh,
Oh
God.
gosh.
All right.
That's how you do it. Not the joke. The actual way that Caleb did it.
So let's talk about really quick our bracket that we just need to talk about it briefly.
Oh, boy.
Smashed it.
Adam, did you see our bracket?
I would like to say
I
that I
didn't
said the
watch the whole
Browns were not
episode.
making it. I did say they
You
were
didn't
gonna
watch.
Texas,
You didn't watch the ending
but
of
I
it
said
where
they
we
weren't gonna
finalized the
make the
bracket.
Super Bowl.
Okay.
No.
Well, we picked the Browns as our Super Bowl champs.
It's rough.
Hey,
I was against it the whole time.
left hand up. That's on me. That's on me.
That was on me.
I talked to all of you except for Mabry.
I got voted out.
Except
of
for
that one.
Mabry, I talked to all of you, and you two are very gullible when it comes to football.
I wanted the Packers to be in, but Andrew was like, "Oh, well, I'm a fan,
Hey,
but I
man,
got to be realistic."
Packers are.
Yeah, you're right. You got me.
When I texted you
They look
about
good.
that, I texted Andrew. I was like, remember when you didn't support the Packers? And it was directly based on that episode because Andrew was like, well, I want the Packers to win, but being realistic. And I was texting him about that. But he was like, hey, man, I bought that jersey before the beginning of the season. And I was like, all right. Calm down. I wasn't talking about the jersey.
Jordan Love.
All right, relax.
Yeah, Jordan Love. Let's go.
Let's go.
They look good. They still got to beat the Niners.
So we missed.
Yeah.
So we
it's
got the
looking good.
Packers wrong because the Packers won.
Yeah, Packers.
We got the
won.
We got
Packers.
Cleveland wrong.
We got the Dolphins
so
wrong.
Dolphins
Cleveland.
wrong.
Yeah, Dolphins wrong.
So wrong.
Almost
We
got
got-
the Lions wrong.
The Lions were right.
Yeah, they almost. The Rams almost got him though.
I think we missed 3 out of 4.
Yeah.
So-
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
Hey, man.
Yeah, it's still on the scoreboard.
We are on the scoreboard.
and our Super Bowl champion is already out, so that's a
Yeah.
problem.
We should repick
Weren't there
Super
6
Bowl
games?
champs. Packers.
There's 6 games.
I think
no way.
Lions.
Here's what's gonna happen. Here's what's gonna happen. You ready? Packers are gonna beat 49ers today.
I think so too.
Bye week. They're
What do you
coming.
mean?
They're
Dude,
coming
you went
sluggish.
from them
No
losing
way.
to the Cowboys to beating the 49ers?
Hey, it's
The
game time.
49ers
It's
is
game time.
so much better
The
than
49ers.
the
Wait, I had
He did
the,
say
I had,
this.
I
He
had the
said-
Cowboys. I had the Cowboys beating the 49ers.
Oh, did you?
It was what I said should have happened. But what I said is if the Packers beat Dallas, hold on.
The blood.
I said the blood in the
blood
water.
is in the water.
Here they come. I'm telling you, Christian McCaffrey's hurt.
Oh.
Is he hurt?
Little known fact. But your boy does his research. Christian McCaffrey's hurt.
You know what the Packers are going to be saying?
Give me that leg.
Yeah.
Actually, we're playing in San Francisco.
Oh, then they'll be
so-
saying,
Touchdown!
There we go.
I said, this is my house. No. Okay. I forgot it doesn't have headphones on.
I don't.
That's what they're going to be saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I said
own
this.
you.
I said if the Packers beat the Cowboys, look out. Here they come. I said that if the Cowboys won, they were going to beat the 49ers. Packers beat the Cowboys, they're coming for the 49ers.
Ain't no way.
Yeah, they're going
no
to
way.
get them.
You want to make a bet?
Brock Purdy can't hold up.
Let's make a bet. Let's make a bet with Adam.
What are the stakes?
Okay, if the Packers win
Buffalo
tonight,
Trace. Bottle of Buffalo Trace.
if
Dusty didn't like
hold
that.
on, no, it's good. If the Packers win, me and Mabry will both buy you 1 bottle each of Buffalo Trace, and Andrew.
So what if?
Okay.
And if they lose, you
You
just
buy
have to buy one.
No,
for the
what?
podcast.
No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
no. He has to buy one of us, one for each of us.
Nah,
not a fair
that's not
bet.
fair.
What are the odds that the Packers win? It's weighted.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
You're giving us the spread.
Yeah, we got the spread.
You're giving us the juice.
So you get 3, but
That's
there's
trying to
3
give you
bottles.
juice,
It's a
man.
10-foot.
There's 3 bottles.
What's
each
the
way.
one?
It's a 3-bottle swing.
It's a 4-to-1. Or no, it's because we would buy 2, and you, so that's pretty good.
It's pretty
That's
even.
2 to
yeah.
1.
So you have to buy 3 bottles of Buffalo Trace.
No,
Oh,
that's not a fair
3.
bet.
You're not even buying.
but it is fair because the Packers are an underdog.
No, it's not fair because if I lose,
Okay,
I
let's
got to
do
buy
this.
3 bottles.
Okay, let's
right.
do this.
But you're going to drink at
Let's
least
do-
one.
Hey, this is fair. If the Packers win, we'll all go in and buy you 1 bottle. If they lose, you have to just buy 1 bottle yourself.
All right,
That way we're splitting
that's
the
a fair
bottle
bet.
3 ways, and he has to pay for a whole bottle. Himself.
Okay, so 1 bottle.
1 bottle.
One
of
bottle of
Buffalo
the
Trace.
States.
1
Yeah.
for the podcast, or 1 for Adam.
That's fair. I'll take
Which we'll
that.
probably drink on the podcast. No.
Buffalo Trace it is.
One bottle per podcast it is. All right.
No matter what happens, it's going to end up there. We're all going to drink it.
So,
All right, now that we got that out of the way.
So Packers going to win. The other game,
Texans,
today is
and Ravens.
Dude.
I think the Ravens.
Dude, the Texans are going to
I think
drop
it's-
them.
Ravens are on fire, man.
I
I think
beat
it's-
them to death.
I think it's gonna be closer than we think, but I think the Ravens will beat the Texans.
The
think the
only problem I
Texans-
have with that is the Ravens defense looks
Dude, I'm
unbelievable.
agreeing with you in the fact the Ravens are gonna win.
But you think it's going to be a wider spread,
But
though,
I think
right?
it's going to be a wider spread only
There's
because
a 10-point spread on
only,
the game.
only because Mark Andrews is back, and that's a problem.
Yeah, but I think Isaiah likely is better than Mark Andrews.
Ooh.
It's a hot take. I know.
That's a hot take.
Receiving wise, I think he's better. Not as a full all around tight end,
Well,
but
for sure, not all around. But that is a hot take. I do like Isaiah Likely. Don't get me wrong, but he's just not the same man. And like when Lamar has Mark,
is it because he's black?
My God.
Jeez.
I was asking him. It's just a question.
Mark Andrews is the dude. When he's when he's in the game, it's like the Ravens are a
You know what Isaiah Likely will never
touchdown
hear?
better team.
I bet that was funny. I bet that was real funny.
Oh boy.
All right.
I am your father.
So I think
done
we
for 5 minutes.
it might be close. Good. I think good defenses.
Yeah.
I think you got a rookie quarterback. Could be a
I
problem.
think
there.
CJ Stroud is a problem for the Ravens defense.
Yeah,
I need it for the next
that's
season.
just
He
me.
is good, yeah.
Humphrey is not playing.
He's like the independent variable right there. He's just kind of.
I mean, I think he's
We got
I mean,
a vote.
I don't know. Rookie
It's
of the
gonna-
year, obviously, but
That's right.
Coach of the year, DeMarco Ryan.
No,
No.
Matt
Matt
LaFleur.
LaFleur.
I think it's the Lions.
The
coach.
lesbian
The Lion dude. I hope
That's
the
fair.
Lions coach gets fired. He's an idiot.
Lions coach. He's
Yeah,
going to lead
Dan-
him in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
they're
No,
about to-
hey, no.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
all roads lead through
gonna-
Green Bay,
That's
baby.
right.
He's going to lose to the Packers in the NFC Championship.
Dude, if we
Um,
get the Lions, I
So
hope the Lions win.
I do think that's
In
so-
Detroit, right? It would be in Detroit.
Oh,
Yeah.
we got to talk about this.
So
Did
the-
y'all see the news reporter talk to the Bucks coach? So she's like,
Oh, I did see
was,
that.
That was one of my reels.
oh.
That's all right.
That was
that's
good.
funny.
Dude, so if you haven't seen it, there's a news reporter that goes, Coach, how are you talking to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers coach about going, because they have to go play in Detroit. And they're like, she's like, how are y'all preparing for the cold weather up in Detroit against the game? And he just kind of laughs. He's like, well, we're not really preparing since we're going to be playing indoors. He's like, Detroit's played in a dome for the last 50 years. So,
She's like,
I mean, dude, it was, and he was like, so I guess, from the bus to the stadium, which is about 20 seconds, we'll bundle up.
We're getting ready for it.
He was trying to be nice, but he's like, hey, man.
Stupid question.
Like,
Tell me you don't know what you're doing without
is-
saying I don't know what
This
I'm
is
doing.
your job. Like, yeah, he's like, this is your job.
You could at
should
least
that.
know where I play.
Yeah, you need to
I
know.
mean, Todd Bowles is the man. He also got a question that same media press conference was like how do you bridge the gap of being a black head coach and doing that? And he just goes, if we stopped talking about it, it wouldn't be an issue. And he's just like,
That was good.
Dude, if you
It
got
was
asked
good.
that, you'd just be like, I mean, why would you even?
It's like romper room.
who had the gonads to ask that question?
I think there were two reporters.
I'm
There's
gonna
one,
guess-
and then
I'm-
there was a follow up.
If I had to guess, one had purple hair. If I had to guess.
Right.
but no.
Let's get into. Oh, go ahead, Caleb.
we're
finish
not going
up.
to finish out the bracket.
Oh, sorry.
What are you doing? I was gonna say, what are you doing?
I didn't know we were finishing on a whole new bracket.
Well, no, we're not going to do it on the thing. But I was going to say, like, you have the Packers, you have
Yep.
the Ravens.
Ravens. For
So then
sure.
you got to do the other two games. So
right.
you
Okay,
have
go ahead.
the Lions and the Buccaneers. I feel like the Lions
Bucks.
will.
I think
Yeah,
the Lions
Lions.
will get them.
Yeah.
Although
I think the Lions
the
will-
Bucks would. Because
I think it's gonna be a good game.
I wish a buck would.
I think the Lions will.
I'd
run
rather see the
house.
Lions win because they're such a sorry team for the
Yeah.
past several
Well, we
decades.
know we can
And
beat
they
the
were like
Lions.
the dominant team like in the 30s.
And then they bring-
they have nothing.
They bring Barry Sanders back
Yeah.
for the NFC Championship game.
Man, that dude.
Bro,
So you have Packers Lions NFC Championship game.
let's go.
That'll be.
We
that'll
know
be-
we know we can beat the Lions.
We'll see.
Hey, man.
I don't know if you
fair,
could.
to be fair,
I'm just joking.
the last-
It'll be in Detroit.
We beat
hey,
them pretty bad
I
on
was gonna-
Thanksgiving,
I was gonna say.
but they looked awful. Like
They looked awful because we were up that ass.
And then probably the game of the week is Bills Chiefs in Buffalo.
No doubt.
Go
Dude,
Bills.
that's a game.
I hate
like
the Bills, but
too.
I
like
can't
the Bills
stand
too.
the Chiefs.
I cannot stand Patrick Mahomes. He
Dude,
is
the
such
Bills.
a-
Dude,
The Bills are winning that game.
I think so too.
I think so too. I'm on.
The Chiefs haven't looked that good. Josh Allen has decided
Yeah, he's a man.
that he's. Did you see the touchdown run he
As
had?
a-
Yeah, a 40
Like
or 50 something.
50-yard
Yeah.
touchdown run.
As a Dolphins fan, I hate the Bills,
Obviously.
and I hate Josh Allen because he's like LeBron James of the NFL. He flops for every pass interference or.
He's the hardest runner.
No, have you ever seen him get sacked? He's like, oh my gosh, this guy hit me.
Actually, that's a
He's
fun.
not as big of a baby as Mahomes.
Mahomes is the same way.
Mahomes
Yes,
does this.
they are both
Hey, man,
floppers. It is unbelievable.
Patrick Mahomes, just general walk is suspect.
but I am.
Suspect.
I just want to put that out there. I mean,
His wife is unbearable. She's
You
terrible.
cannot stand that woman.
I mean-
I cannot stand her.
He is like the
And
epitome
there's so
of-
many reasons to root against the Chiefs.
I
Taylor
was
Swift.
gonna say I'm so sick of Taylor Swift. I want them to just beat the brakes off.
They were like, "Ooh, he dropped a pass."
That's
going
gonna
to
be a short.
Taylor Swift.
I saw.
She was like,
I saw a fact that proves why Travis Kelce's having a hard time this year, and they showed his last girlfriend had an amazing butt.
I saw this too.
And Taylor Swift has no butt, so he went from being able to hold something nice and juicy, more like a football, and now
Had him like that one.
Now it's small, and he can't figure out the grip of the football. He's dropping a lot of them. So
You know what he can put his hands on? Those $1 billion.
well, go do it from home and let us watch some football. I'm tired of it.
What was your prediction?
Bills.
I was gonna say Bills would beat the Chiefs.
Okay, so
I
Bills-
I think they're a better
I think
team.
the
overall.
Bills-
Chiefs are just being in
The
line.
only
Packers.
problem is Bills' defense is tough, but the Chiefs' offense is horrible.
Okay.
I think
not
the
that
Chiefs
good
have
this
been
year.
getting lucky.
Bills, Packers, Super Bowl.
Ooh,
Bills,
Yeah.
Packers.
No.
I don't think the Ravens beat the
I'll
Bills.
be honest with you, the Bills aren't going to beat the Ravens.
I think it's gonna be
I would
Ravens.
like that.
Bills, Packers would be
I
fun.
hope the Bills can pull off a miracle and beat the Ravens.
It might
I
happen.
think it's gonna be.
I want
Dude,
the Ravens to go.
Let's go, Ravens, Packers.
Yeah, I think
That'd be cool.
Ravens.
Ravens,
And
49ers
then-
is my call.
And then Jordan Love and the boys better buckle up. We're gonna need them to play lights out for that Super Bowl.
Jordan's
say
like, these guys are tough.
yeah, he's gonna have some mixed feelings about that game.
Hey, that guy's athletic.
I'm gonna say Ravens, Lions, and
Oh,
Ravens.
you son of a gun. I thought you were a
I'm just
Packers
You got the
fan.
Lions going.
I'm
from the
rooting for the
beginning.
Packers. I'm rooting for the Packers.
Okay,
but
okay.
Ravens, Lions, and I think the Ravens.
Andrew, you should cheer against the Packers because it worked for us last week.
I'm thinking, yep, I'm going for Niners today.
Does anybody have a Niners jersey we can borrow? Because Andrew was.
No, I gotta wear this.
Oh yeah.
I think it's the
I
same
bet you
boat. I think we're lined up good with the 49ers. They got a bye week, so they've been off, been sitting at home. Just
I
being
listened
like,
to-
"Oh, we're gonna beat the Packers."
I listened to the sports podcast that the one guy on it is a Philadelphia fan of all sports. So like Sixers,
Right.
Eagles, Flyers,
Which
Phillies.
which is also
And-
a nice thing to have, like a place that has all the sports.
Yeah, but so they make fun of him all the time because the Philadelphia teams, they lost in the Super Bowl. The Sixers lost in the Eastern Conference Finals, and the Philadelphia Phillies lost in the AL Central playoffs or whatever. Yeah, so the
Braves
championship.
beat them last year.
The
didn't
Bra- yeah, so like you're the ultimate loser. Whatever team you root for is going to lose.
Did anybody die last weekend, Philly?
they? Oh, 'cause-
I'm just wondering.
Probably.
Yeah.
If
They're not
based
as
on
hard-
statistics, yeah,
What do you
probably
mean?
somebody
When's
died.
the last time they lost a playoff game like after having such a good season?
Are you saying they're not as
almost all the years Donovan McNabb played.
Hold on, are you saying they're not as hardcore as the Dolphins fans that kill Bills fans after the
you
Bills?
keep bragging about that, but
Hey, man.
that is rough.
Hey man, Bills Mafia is a bunch of little. That's all I'm saying.
You know what the Packers are going to
Bunch
be
of little
saying?
kittens.
What?
Let's hear it.
Surprise. Let's do our thing quick. We're gonna pull up some Instagram videos and just do some reactions to
Describe
it.
that a little bit better. I mean,
No, let's just do our
people-
thing.
Let's do our thing quick.
So we've all saved some videos. Andrew's gonna start pulling them up. Adam doesn't have headphones. We need Adam to have headphones somehow.
That's right.
No, Adam, you have to be able to listen to it. You need to be able to listen to it too.
Here, let's butt ears.
I don't know
Oh,
about
actually,
that.
that was a great. How'd you do that?
It's my left side.
Come on, put your ear up. Put your ear up next to this. We both squeeze next to Adam.
I don't think Adam wants to do
This
this
is a
with you.
good idea.
Come on, Adam.
I don't think Adam wants
Oh,
to do
still
this.
nothing's happening yet. So,
Don't touch my leg.
okay, so this is my first one.
Oh man.
I do feel like you need to be able to hear it.
Yeah, I'll
don't-
listen. I'll listen.
I don't like where this
So
is
this
going.
is my. Just turn it up, Andrew.
Man, why? Why are you the way you
I
are?
already see which way this is.
Okay, Andrew, go ahead.
Can they see this if you watch us on YouTube?
Yes.
So go to YouTube if you want to watch these.
Really, I'm trying to go for like a 4-2 or a 4-3. I'll be happy with a 4-4. I'm gonna go out there, put these bad boys to work.
His arms are so long.
I can't put this on YouTube.
Oh my god.
Hey man. I bet he can deadlift a ton.
The caption says, "Can I make the NFL?"
What number you
No.
get? 85? Oh, that's not a phone number. We're about to win the.
That isn't an
I mean,
NFL number.
he's making fun of himself.
Yeah, I mean,
but-
he's-
Let me
yeah,
send
he's
my-
making fun.
Okay.
I mean, no.
Go to the next one.
Hold on.
I bet he can
Go
deadlift.
Caleb's?
I bet he can deadlift.
Hold on a
a
second.
yeah. I
You
thought
have
we
to
were like
keep.
an
You
inch,
have to
though.
keep sending them. Though.
Oh, this isn't a video. It's just a straight up picture.
Hold on a second.
Okay, so this is a meme that Caleb sent here. It says,
Yeah, read it. So the people listening.
Dublin, Ireland annually hosts the largest redhead festival in the world.
And then
Oh my gosh.
the Disney remake.
And then it's a bunch of African American people.
That was a fun one for.
I thought it was good.
All right.
All right,
This
Mabry's
is,
got
this
a
is
little
you're gonna
Harry
need to hear
Potter
this
one.
one. This is pretty good. You're one of the.
Professor, when I was in the graveyard, there was a moment when Voldemort's wand and mine sort of connected.
Nice.
I just sent another one, Andrew. You don't really need to listen to this one.
All right.
So this is a super self-confident young boxer and this old guy in a sweater.
I've seen that.
Does he whoop
This
his
is
butt?
good.
You're gonna what? This is the point, Andrew.
Oh yeah, I've seen this. This is good.
Oh, snap. Your little hook. Oh, frick.
It knocks him out.
Could you imagine getting
Dude, dude, he just gave
Man.
the guy just gave up.
Yeah.
Gave up.
Could you imagine?
I mean, you quit that gym, right?
I mean, he.
Yeah. You never show your face
that
again.
old-
You cut off the man bun.
Yeah, that old man had some pop though.
And he did have some pop, and he could move too.
Yeah, he had a little dipping.
All right, Caleb's got another one here.
Do I need to listen?
You gotta listen to this one.
All right.
Oh, I forgot we sent it to Mish Mash Men. I sent my last one to the wrong one.
Are you Chinese?
Oh boy.
Yes. Ah, great. We just wondered if you wouldn't mind if your daughter played with our daughter.
Why our daughter? Oh, we just thought Audrey might like to meet her. Audrey, say hi.
Oh,
Oh, this is sweet.
Very sweet, right? Yeah.
very sweet.
This is just a nice episode. This is a nice thing.
I didn't like the way it started, but it turned.
I thought that was gonna be
That's it.
very
Hang on,
racist.
Hang on.
I don't trust it.
I don't like how you said "hang on." It's not about to be so.
Slides off limits to change.
Good.
Fuck you.
Oh yes.
At least he got his ass kicked. That's
Yeah,
good.
nice.
All right, I sent another. Oh, Mabry sent one too. Go Mabry's first.
Okay, well, I'm here.
Oh, sorry. This is mine. This is mine.
Oh, I saw this.
Yeah, don't.
you
Put,
already
I don't
heard
want
it?
to. I don't want to claim
Because I
Dustin.
eat them.
Kids get mad at Deer Hunter.
Because I eat them.
What did deer do to you?
I eat them. Do you buy meat from the supermarket? Yeah, but we're not going. You know they get killed. They get killed even. They
Look how
get
upset
killed
this
in
kid is.
dirty areas. Nasty.
So obviously
whole
this guy
bunch
shot
of
a deer.
Right.
Blood leaking. That's why I'm saying. That's why you don't want that.
You're like a hero
I
on
can
Long
heard it
Island
already.
right now. What? Because kids.
This guy is so
are upset.
self-righteous.
They're crying.
Yeah,
They
he
want
is.
to kill
And
deer.
he's
I'm
training his
sorry
kid.
that they're crying. You need to
Oh my
explain to them
gosh.
that it's part of life.
No, why don't you go, Luke? Get away.
What a loser.
Please don't hit my car.
Do you have a pet?
Wait till you hear the kid
Yep.
go off. On the guy.
How would you like to see
You
your
don't
pet
like
dead?
animals.
How would you like to
Deer
see your
the
pet
pet?
dead?
How,
Go out and hang
He
out
wants to
with
play
somebody
hockey. I'm gonna be honest. He's not gonna make it up.
I think he's doing something else with that hockey stick. Am I right?
Yeah, he's not gonna make hockey.
I'm not trying to do anything
you're using
bad.
a weapon to an alive animal.
Is he just driving down the
Okay,
road?
and I'm gonna eat it. Instead, you let somebody else kill
I
it.
think he's in his neighborhood,
I'm
and
not
maybe
gonna
with
eat
the
it.
deer carcass in the back.
Hey man,
Maybe.
I've heard hunting.
All right, the guy
in
is coming here on the
suburbs
way
is
now. The
fantastic.
officer is on the way.
I don't care.
You just go to the suburbs in Atlanta and like people let you go in their backyard and stuff. And it's
Because
fantastic.
it's
All right,
deer
go to the
all
next
over.
one, Andrew.
Straight up a bad dad.
He's just like, you shouldn't hunt anything.
Well, the kid just drops all kinds of f bombs on him. At the
Yeah,
end.
what's up with that? Watch your mouth.
Oh, this
Dude,
guy's
I
funny.
Love this guy.
Yeah, this is for me.
Oh
All
yeah.
right, bring it in.
Dads when they.
We would need is like a very specific 10-inch 2x4 and then another one stacked just like this on top of it. No way.
Dads when that random thing they've been saving for years becomes useful.
He's like deep in the like garage.
No
It's
way.
Like why
Dude,
would you
this
keep?
is-
Why
this
would
is
you
such a
keep?
true
This is so true though.
No way.
I mean, it's fantastic.
That's a pretty good one.
That original one where, or the original one I saw anyway, where his son turns into his dad and he's got the shorts.
Oh yeah,
And
that,
the New Balance shoes.
All right, let me
tucks
set
in
this
his
one.
shirt.
Let me set this one up, Andrew. Okay. So this is a Jeopardy. I told about you earlier, or told this.
Yeah, I've seen this.
This is an episode of Jeopardy. Alex Trebek is interviewing, and this lady has a really funny interview with Alex Trebek. So go ahead.
Okay.
Do you want to hear it?
Yeah, I've heard it.
Okay.
Beth prayed for snow on her wedding day.
Yes, I did. It was 32 degrees and no snow on my wedding day, but I had 8 inches on my honeymoon.
Hey!
Dude, his face. He was like,
Alex Trebek's like, well, all right.
He was like,
That's
whoa.
so funny.
That's pretty great. That's pretty
this
awesome.
But I got 8 inches on my honeymoon. Her husband's high-fiving her.
Yeah, he's like, am I right? 8 inches, baby. Alex Trebek was like, his face. I mean, come on, Alex, keep cool. He's like,
He's like, I bet you did.
he immediately went dirty with it. I mean, he didn't even keep it serious.
He's like, let me meet your husband.
All right, this one Caleb sent says, POV, your fiance comes home with an American flag stamps that say freedom for your save the dates.
All right, bring it in.
I don't understand.
We need like roses.
Mish, it's postage.
I know, but
no one hangs up the envelope.
I mean, that's a fair point. I feel like she's like, we need roses. Like, get out of here. I sent another one.
I sent another one too.
This is, you need to watch this on YouTube or you're not going to get it. But this video is one of the funniest. I think y'all have already seen it. Adam had. This video is one of the funniest videos I've ever seen. All right. Let Adam. You don't even really need to hear it. It's just the music's great.
Oh, yeah,
And
this one gets me.
You can see the little kid.
So it's this kid.
And he's about to get blasted. And you're like,
Oh, just misses.
And you're like, thank God.
Sister on the swing or
I
something.
know she's coming back.
It's super slow-mo.
She's coming back. It's over.
Oh, he's about to get nailed.
It's over.
Oh, he cleared her.
Oh my God. Whoa.
He's good.
You're like, thank goodness.
Oh, no, he's turning.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Dude, their reactions are so.
Wham.
Much better than I thought it was going to be.
Oh my God. Dude, that's the
pretty good.
best video ever. These guys' reactions too is perfect because they think after the second miss, they're like, we're in the clear.
Yeah.
Boom. Oh, that's great.
This comment says, how does this kid have zero survival instinct?
That's how you get the survival instinct. Getting hit about the head and shoulders repeatedly.
I mean, what's funny to me though, in that whole, I know that was probably like a pretty quick sequence, but in that whole time, the parent never got up to go get the baby.
Just like,
so
There was
here's-
2 chances where I'm up and I'm trying to get the baby.
Well, here's what happened. The kid was moving. The kid missed the first one and then missed the second one. And in that time, the mom was like, and then that's what caught the kid's attention. He turned around and then got railed. So really, if the mom didn't say anything.
All right,
I think after the first one, you got to swoop in there and grab it.
Let's do one more. One more.
One more. Well,
Well,
let's just finish out what we got. We got 2 more from you and 1 from
all right,
Caleb.
Perfect. Do it. It says, when you and your buddy decide to divorce your wives and move in together. 2 guys are cheersing, drinking beer.
Grilling. Grilling and chilling.
I thought about me and you immediately.
I was going to say, that doesn't sound that bad.
We need to read these comments. This one says, I've seen gay porn less gay than this.
Imagine never getting yelled at or told what to do.
What a life.
Oh my God.
All right.
That goes that we should have played that one right after the stamps one from Caleb. Like, that's what happens when you do that.
One more from Dusty. This looks like maybe a skate park.
You don't need to hear this one. This is just great. This is just old fashioned.
It's all video.
Weird.
Just old fashioned getting messed up.
Oh, nice. Ooh.
Holy scorpion.
Oh, man, that looked awful.
That's a good old fashioned.
So for you listening,
I can't watch that.
So for you listening, one kid goes over a ramp on his bike, another kid follows and just eats a Stephen Hawking.
I mean, he's just eating asphalt. I mean,
dude, you just. The way you just said that, Caleb said, man, he was just eating asphalt.
That's too big a pause. Dude, that's brutal.
That's a great.
Oh, man.
Right, last
that's
one.
rough.
Last one from
That's
Caleb.
rough.
Does Andrew need, or does Adam need to hear?
You need the audio.
Oh, this is great. I've seen this one before.
Have you seen this?
Oh, I have seen it. This is funny.
This
This is.
So this is we're ranking the best and worst races.
Oh boy.
We're ranking the best and worst races from around the world and putting them into a tier list. Now, these next two races, I can barely
gotta
tell
be
apart,
when Usain
so we're
Bolt-
just going to lump them together. Don't tell me about they have different histories and cultures. I really don't care. They're
I like the
same.
two angles.
The Henry Ford.
Takes Camping World to
are the same race.
This is awesome.
They might as well be.
That is amazing. That is amazing.
I mean, just the lead up into it, like the commentary into it.
Let's also keep in mind for the listeners, this is a very white male.
Yeah.
I mean, so you're
Very old video.
Yeah,
as well.
you're like, oh boy, where's he going with this?
This comment, he says he's racist, or he's not racist. We're racist.
You had us there at the beginning.
Not gonna lie.
This was that was fun.
That was fun.
That's fun. We should do it again sometime. Yeah. If you want to hear the rest of this episode, you're going to have to tune in tomorrow to Mish Mash Men to hear us talk a little bit more. See you guys.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace.